The query letter. Now, when you're talking about what is a pitch, what is a pitch? What's a fiction pitch? That's when you explain what your book is about in the query letter. Query letter is your one-page first contact with a literary agent. Before they read your work, they're going to want to read one page about what the book is about, and on the strength of that, they decide if they want to read part of your work. So the query letter is one page, and within it, the most important thing is the pitch of your book. This is your first contact with an agent or editor designed to tell about you and the work. And if the agent enjoys your query, they'll request to see more work. The query letter is broken down into 3 parts. So if you want to think about a letter in your mind's eye right in front of you, just think of it in 3 paragraphs. Now, granted, they won't all be the same length or anything like that, but if you want to think about it in 3 paragraphs for the ease of this, the first thing you do is introduce things. The second thing is the pitch, and that's what we'll be focusing on today. That's the hard part. And the third thing is your bio, and then it always wraps up by saying, "Thank you for considering my work. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, your name." Except there'll be a quote mark at the end. Well, sorry about that. All right, what goes into the first part of a query letter? We're going to blow through this because this is not really the focus of this tutorial, but since we're talking about a pitch, you're basically talking about a query letter. That's what you're talking about. So let's talk about the first part of what goes into a query letter. It's when you explain the details of the work. Typically, that means saying what the genre is, what the word count is, what the title is, and if you can mention that it's complete, great. So you can say something like, "I am seeking representation for my completed 77,000-word thriller titled Dead Cat Bounce." In one sentence, you told them what genre it was, what the word count was, what the title was, and the fact that it's complete. You did all that. The second sentence of the intro, the first paragraph, is trying to explain if you have a connection with the agent, such as something in common. Or perhaps you met or saw them speak at a writer's conference. Perhaps you admired a book that they've repped, or a book that they've repped is similar to yours. If you're writing, a memoir about serving in Afghanistan, or you're writing a novel that's hard science fiction set on Neptune. If they've represented something similar, you would make a note about this. Or something they said in an interview. This is turning out to be a very easy way to establish a connection with an agent. The Guide to Literary Agents blog at this point has interviewed something like 170 literary agents. And in any given answer in one of these interviews, they'll delve into a little bit about themselves and a little bit of the specifics regarding what they want to see in submissions. And you can use this as an in. "Oh, because I saw you wanted to receive more middle grade fiction in your interview with the Guide to Literary Agents, I think you would be a good fit for my novel." Typical sentence. The goal of this first paragraph, is to get in and out of it as quickly as possible. Then you get into the pitch. This is what we'll be talking about today, and I'm going to break it down part by part. I am also going to show you examples of good and bad. These are the basics. The tricky thing is, everyone who is going to listen to this recording from now until forever will have a different pitch. You realize that your novel or your memoir is going to be completely different from the person sitting next to you. So all your pitches are different. That's why this is so hard to teach. These are the few things that kind of unite us all. A pitch is a brief, basic description of your story. Everyone's will be different. They are 3 to 10 sentences in length. They are 3 to 10 sentences. That is a very, very wide gap there. So you will probably end up in the 6 to 8 range, which is fine, but that's what you're looking at. Pitches do not reveal the ending. If you want to know what a pitch is, it's the back of a DVD box. People always write novels and then hope their novels will get adapted into film or something like that. Well, imagine your book as a DVD. Now flip the DVD over and read what's on the back. That's what your pitch is. So you can go to your DVD collection right now, go to Best Buy, do anything you want. Look at DVDs that are in the same genre and tone and themes as yours. Flip them over, see what they say, and try to draw inspiration about how to lay out your pitch, the wording to use. Why are you interested? Try to dissect why you're interested. And the back of a DVD box, if you picked up the back of Die Hard, would it say what happens at the end of the movie? Would it say if John McClane wins or not? No. Because pitches do not reveal the ending, and neither will yours. You're saying to an agent, "Do you want to know how it ends?" Well, you're going to have to read it. Same as the back of a DVD box. It's like the back of a novel, or nowadays, if you flip over a novel, the back is all blurbs, blurbs and praise, and you actually have to go to the inside jacket flap cover of a novel. I am partial to copy on the back myself, because then they're space limited, and they have to be very choosy with their words, just like you and I have to be in a pitch. With the inside jacket flap cover, I found they have more room they have to cover with stuff, and so it's kind of extraneous and too long. But you get the point. So here are the building blocks of a pitch.